Good morning. How you feel this morning? Feel great. What's your attitude? Positive. That's it. Folks, I am thankful that I got up this morning. Thankful I got another day to accomplish my goals. Thankful my family is here. Rest in peace to the ones that passed. I have an uncle that recently passed. And gotta go pay my respects. But gotta give thanks, man. I'm telling you. And whoever, I mean, you know, you can choose who you want to give thanks to. But an attitude of gratitude, man, is an important thing to have in any situation. If you really think about it. An attitude of gratitude. It's for you, you know, it's not even for the people. I mean, it helps, like strategically, if you think about it, strategically it's important. Like if you're doing business with people and you're going to do business over and over again, right? An attitude of gratitude is an important thing to display because it promotes continuous back and forth business, right? Makes sense. But for you, it does something to your mind and to the way you approach the world. It's a mental thing, you know, because it does show up. And if you don't have an attitude of gratitude, it'll show up, and then that now will affect the way you interact with people. I mean, we know this, you know. It's just that it's very easy to forget it. It's very easy to kind of lose track of those tiny little things, you know. An attitude of gratitude. You know, be thankful for, just like when the kids, like, you know, what we saying prayers for our dinner, you know, our food, while we, you know, give our grace and all that. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know if whatever you believe in, but I don't know if the God of the universe actually need your thanks. I don't know that. Maybe beyond needing a thank you. Like, I can't see him getting pissed off. I can't believe I gave him this food and didn't say thank you. You know, I can't see that kind of a human emotion. However you visualize, whether you just think it's the earth, whether you think it's God, Jesus, whoever is in your mind, because I don't know who's listening. But so I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that if you don't say thank you, the guy's gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna feed you again because you didn't say thanks. But it is for you to give thanks. It's a mental thing. I think for you need to have an attitude, and then we teach our kids to have an attitude of gratitude. It's a good practice for them to learn to be thankful. Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. Thanks for coming into my little universe today, guys. For those who stopped by, if you want to hang out and chat, I think the folks are going to be in a few minutes. I'm just getting myself warmed up, and I figure I just get started while I'm clearing my my desk here. And if there are any questions, feel free. I'm going to put the rules of our drawing in the chat because we do have a drawing going on, an active drawing. It will be held on the, I believe I told everyone, the 29th. Let me see something. Let me double check. Maybe double check that, make sure that's the day I'm thinking about. I still think it's the 29th. Let me see. Yeah, the Wednesday, next Wednesday. So it's on the 29th. It's on the 29th. And yeah, man. It's on the 29th. So let me put these inside at the very top here. All right. Put it in there. All right. So I have a question that came by yesterday that I'm going to answer right now. And I'll tell you who it's from. And I'm thankful for that question. It's funny. Sometimes it really do seem like it seems like I go over the same things, but there are how many millions of people in America, right? How many people around the world, in Britain and place else? There are guys from Turkey that tune in, you know, the whole deal. And you know, people outside of your neighborhood buy cleaners too, and they have problems too. You know what I'm saying? So not everyone see my videos. I mean, my videos, I'm not like some big viral content creator. And so not everyone see it. So when they do run into it, some guys will still have questions. They're like, hey, you know, being that you're working on stuff, you know, hey, how do you do this? And so now I'm answering the question again. So repetition is the mother of learning anyway. So even if you've heard it already, hear it again. And some people tune in specifically for a thing, and some guys are just hanging out here with us, and we're forming a nice little community here of like-minded people who think positive, who are grateful for being alive. I'll be honest with you, because that's key. Who realize that it's you know, you're I'm going to be very compassionate to people in general. But I also understand that we have to be problem solvers as individuals. We're builders. We solve problems. We invent things. You know, and that's the now, you know, now we're also all these other things. We're envious. We're jealous. We're angry. We're, you know, we have prejudices, we have biases, we have, you know, these, all those things are there. Yes, you know, but what moves us forward and what solves problems and what get us from A to B is positive action. So the way I kind of look at it is, how would I want to go about this? Which energy? It's like gas, right? Like, what gas do I want to put into my tank? If I want to get, if I want to power this vehicle forward, right? Am I going to put sludge and a bunch of negativity in my tank, right? Or I'm going to put the attitude of gratitude, positive. You know, there's a saying: it's your attitude, not your aptitude, that determines your altitude. I remember that saying from way back in the day, right? So I just decide that, you know what, I prefer to look at it this way, right? And because the way that's going to solve the problem isn't out of fear, and it's not out of the envy side and the jealousy and all the other stuff. That's not going to solve my problem. That is like something I got to deal with. That's like a part of the problem, right? So I already got to deal with that shit. I'm not going to now drown myself in that stuff and then expect to rise and solve problems, man. I mean, I'm just saying, it just doesn't make sense to me, you know. So that's where I come from. So the guys that come to our chat and hang out on our channel here, we're like-minded, and once in a while you got somebody that come in and say something silly, but that's just the way it is. That's life. But it's the attitude, man. All right. Anyway, let me go on, and so I put the rules of the drawing in there. And what else am I going to put? I have a now, one of the rules said that there's a trivia question that you answer. First person answers the question wins the points on the trivia to get more points into this drawing. So I'm going to pull that up real quick. Okay. And some of this is silly, some of it is fun, some of it is just like, come on, man, you know. Oh man, let me see here. I don't know. I mean, this one is cool. I don't know. Let me see. I have one. I have one I like. I have one I like. I have one I like. Hold on. This, you know what? This is for the car. This is for car folks. This is for car folks. All right, let me see something. This is for car folks, right? This I may put two trivias here. This is so simple that people might get it wrong. This one is so simple, people might get it wrong. So let me see if I could keep it simple and see if someone can get it wrong. Let me see something here. Bam. All right. Equals what? How many? What did we say here? 2 entries. Okay. Boom. All right. So anyway, so that's out. That's out. Now I can continue the show. Okay, folks. Good morning. All right, let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Whoever's there is there. Who's not, I'll see you in a few. Okay, and let me see if I can answer the first question today. Wow. You know what? I'm going to make that the second one. I'm going to make that the second one because I'm going to have to go get something for that. I'm going to have to go get something for that. You know what? Let me give you guys a little bit more tunes. Let me get this now so I don't have to stop later. Okay? How's that? Oh, hey, we got some Spanish music. Give me a second. All right, I'm almost ready.
All right, that's it, baby.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Let me not, because I don't even know what this guy. This is supposed to be clean stuff, so I just hope that this is not. let me do this. Let me not do that, because you know what? You don't know if it's clean or not. I just say, wait a second, I don't know this language. Oh man! All right, you know what? I'm gonna put. Let's do some country. Let's do some country music. I'm in North Carolina. Let me do some country music real quick. I'll be right back. I have to get a container for some solution. I'll be back. All right, where are you? All right, here's one. All right. And all right, let me get some water. I'm almost ready. Let me get some agua and some shampoo. All right. Okay. All right. Here we go. Let's get rocking and rolling. Okay, guys. All right, let's pause this. So, okay, so the first question. Let's go get to it. All right. Let's get to it. The first question. Okay, so now this is from. Wow. Is this Peter? Or Pitier? It could be another way to spell Peter. But anyway, let me let him know that, or let him know that I have this. Let me hit edit here. Let me see. Am I able to? No, they won't let me share it that way. Let me go back out and share this. I'm gonna let Pitier know that's shareable link. And I apologize if I butcher names, guys. I will respond in this video, right? I will respond in this video. All right. Okay. Sweet. Boom. Okay. So now, can you help me? My Kirby does not foam. It says foam, but I'm sure it's foam. And the cap on it is foaming, right? But it's not sucking up, and it leaves streaks. Okay. So, what do we do? I think I covered this like a couple of weeks ago. So, again, like I said, if you've already seen this, just bear with me, okay? So you got a Kirby. You know what? I don't even think I have to move. I don't think I have to move. I could probably do it right here. I just need some paper towels. I don't want to have to turn the camera around and go on the other side and all that good stuff. I'm pretty sure that we are sharp individuals, and if I explain this properly, the message will be conveyed, and you would understand what's going on. So let me get some paper towels because it's going to get a little mess. Oh, wait, I don't even have to do that. Let me see. Let me get my little top container here that I've used in the past to hold the dirt, the water, just in case I spill anything. Right? And do I have a roll of paper? I normally have a roll of paper towel. All right. Here we go. So this Kirby was used already, and look at that. I didn't even clean this thing out properly. It's bad. All right. You just put these things on the side and you keep moving. That's what you need. That's why you need help. That's why you need help, man. Okay. Let me clean this out a little bit. I don't like the way it looks for you guys, all right? I don't want to give you muck and yuck. Okay. Muck and yuck. All right. So this is the first thing. If he says it's not picking up, right? That's two separate problems, right? The Kirby suction for the shampooer, believe it or not, the Kirby suction in the shampooer is based on the brush. It's not based on the same suction that you're dealing with the vacuum. I'll put it better this way. The Kirby actually doesn't suck the water up. The Kirby extracts the water by the brush, scooping the stuff out and putting it into the tray. Because if the Kirby actually sucked the water up, the water would then go back into the tank. You know what I mean? And then it will get inside the motor and it would mess the machine up, honestly. So the Kirby is not sucking the water up. If you really think about what I'm trying to describe to you, the Kirby would this here. Okay, let me say what's up to whoever's here today. Okay. Hey, what's up, David? Guitar Jams, what's happening? Octagon, you got it, bro. You got it. What's up, Jay? You're in France. I'm doing great, Jay. I'm doing fantastic this morning. Okay, I'm doing great. So this is the idea, guys. The Kirby doesn't actually suck up the water, because if it did, it would go all into here, and then it would have to come out here because this is the way out, right? And then some of it will probably seep into the motor. You don't want that. What the Kirby is actually doing is this brush, okay, is scooping up the moisture that's in the carpet and pouring it into this. That's what it's doing. That's all it's doing, okay? And this shield back here is preventing that scoop to splatter in the back, like, so the liquid hit the back of the shield and gets directed this way. Okay, if you notice the shape of the shield in the back here. Okay, so the water scoops up and it just pours into here. All right, and these little bristles here to help kind of clean, these little teeth is to help kind of clean the brush as it turns. Like there's some stuff here, and And the idea is that it's supposed to catch it, catch it right there, Yeah, that's the idea. All right. So let me see if I can do some justice to explain this to our viewer here. So now, okay. So here's where the pickup is the problem. Now, when I said that the pickup is not the suction, if this is not on right, okay. Let's say you put this on and you left it like this. It's not going to suck anything up. If you put it on and it looks right, but the belt's not connected, it's not going to suck anything up. Okay. So let's do this. All right. Actually, let me make a note real quick for Guitar Jams that he got. You got 2 more entries. And I'll just update my system later. All right. Okay, morning, y'all. I love it. I love it, man. Okay. All right. So, are you ready? Let's do it again. Okay. So now that you hooked it up right, you check the back. Okay, this is for PTA, right? You check the back, catch and release. That's how I visualize this thing. I catch the belt, I put it on the machine, and then I release the belt. If you don't release the belt, the brushes are not going to turn. Okay? All right. So now about this part. I don't know if there's a perfect fix for that. I used to experience this when I used to demonstrate the machines, that sometimes the bubble will just come out. Like it's because air is escaping. So it's either not tight enough or there's some kind of gap there. So what you can do is use plumber. You can use plumber's tape or something like that to put on. If you're really having a tough time with this, just wrap it around here and then screw it in, or something of that sort. You're just closing up the gaps, and that's all it is. It's just air escaping, and the bubbles are going with it. That's all. All right. So this is easy to fix. Okay. All right. So now let's go here. Let me explain the rest of this. Okay. This is for this individual, and I thank all of you for being patient with me as I go through this. Okay. Because you've seen it already. So let me explain what happens with this. This is a mesh filter. And a lot of the times the mesh filter will just sit right here like this. Okay. And you think it's on because you left it like that last time. And it's like, oh, I still hooked up. Everything is good to go. Let me go. Right. But then it's sitting in here. So it's not in this right spot. So what you need to do. Look at this. It fell. And this just turns right in. And I've seen people put it in the wrong way. You see the turns? I've seen people put it here and they just stuff it in here. That's not the way it goes. So you put it in and you twist it and it locks in. Okay. All right. Wait, I'm doing it the wrong way. Okay. And it locks in and it tightens up. Boom, boom, boom. Right. Now, if I turn this on right now, all right, and I turn my tank on, it's going to be kind of just watery stuff coming out on the side here. Right, let me show you. It's just water, just splashing out, right? So when people say all I see is streaks on the carpet, it's because that's what's happening. The mesh is not on there. It's sitting in here somewhere disconnected. So what you can do with this is get a little bit of adhesive, maybe a dab of crazy glue, like a dab here and a dab here, and just stick it up here and allow it to just sit there and stay. It'll stay in. Got it? All right. Ah, dude. Oh my God. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So guess which strut they sent me? The one for the all-wheel drive. And this, I have a front-wheel drive. And I'm sending it back. I'm just going to send it back. And that's it. I'm just going to wash. just wash it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to have to list it and then try to ship it. I'm just gonna send it back. It happens. Like when some of my other suppliers send me stuff, some I'll just hold on to it. I'm like, all right, I got a couple extra bottles of whatever. I'll just sell it here. This one I'm gonna send back. The vehicle and guess what? And the guy's not even there today. So I went there. I want to give him the business, man, but I may just end up just giving it to because you got to fix my AC. So I might as well just give the one guy all the business and just let him do everything and just be done with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go all over town. It's just that if I do that, I'm gonna have to rent a vehicle for the day, or I gotta drive my wife to work and then drop her off and come back. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do all that. Anyway, let me get back to this. So, but she likes when I drive her to work. So, you know, I don't know. I might do it, you know, back old days. All right, here we go. Let me turn this on. And let me tell you what happens now that the mesh filter is on there, okay? Guess what I need? I need some shampoo. I need shampoo. Well, you know, I'm glad that happened. So without shampoo, even the mesh filter, it shows you that it's just water coming out, right? With the mesh filter. So now that's a good contrast anyway. So now I'm gonna put some shampoo in it. I'm gonna put one. I have it filled to the first line, so I'm gonna put one full cap. And when I say full cap, I mean up to that line right there, right? Just gonna put a shampoo in there. Boom. Now that that's in there, okay. Let me turn it on. Oh, you know what? That is the attitude I'm talking about right there. I just caught it. Had to move on, right? Happened. I could have panicked. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Oh my God, what happened? Or it's like, well, yeah, this serves me. This actually serves me. So this attitude, man, okay? It serves me. So this is gonna serve me. So here we go. Turn it on. So now, obviously, if the foam is connected to this, if the hose is connected to it, it's going to channel the foam all the way to the floor. You make sure it's jacked down to the carpet, and then you go back and forth, and you do it nice and slow and take your time. And the last tip on this before I put it away is when you do turn it on, okay? That sigh. Oh, I want to just give a piece of my mind. You guys are cool, man. So yeah, so that's the deal. That's the foam. And the reason why they call it dry foam, guys, is that it's designed to dissipate. It's designed to dissipate, you know, over, you know, like you go here and go back, and by the time you come back to the spot where you started, the foam is like all the way, you know, just blowing on it. Just air alone would dry up the foam. All right. And then it'll start to, that's why they call it dry foam. So then when you go, so it's not like it's not, there's no liquid. Of course it's liquid, but it dries fast. And then when you go back over it, the whole deal. Now, I personally, man, I'll be honest with you, now knowing what I know now about shampoo and carpets, a lot of time the soap can attract more dirt later if you leave a film of soap on the carpet. So you want to be sure to kind of really go back over your carpet, like continually. And then after it's fully dried, I would vacuum it again. So that's why I can see why a lot of people don't like using soap on the carpet, because I haven't looked into why it does this, right? I haven't looked into it. Maybe I should. But sometimes it becomes like a magnet for more dirt. So just keep that in mind. So if you shampoo your carpet, if you use a regular extractor, which I'm going to talk about next, a Hoover, maybe you want to rinse it after you shampoo, like your clothes, right? Think about your clothes, right? Your clothes go into the washing cycle. Okay. And then afterwards, it goes to a rinse cycle. And then afterwards, it spin dries it, right? And then that's that. It doesn't stop with just the soap. Okay. So when you shampoo a carpet, it makes sense to do the same thing, right? Vacuum your carpet, get the dirt out the way first, the grit, right? Shampoo your carpet back and forth, with your foam and all that stuff, your shampoo solution, and then rinse it. Okay. If you're not going to rinse it, because like with Kirby, there's no rinse on a Kirby because it's just dry foam, right? So if you're not going to rinse it, I would recommend after you finish, before you have the whole crowd of people come on in, just run the vacuum over it again. Okay, just kind of remove anything that could be residue of sorts on the carpet. That's all. If you're going to use a Kirby, okay. All right. I hope that helps. Did I help? Say yes. I hope that helps. All right. Yeah. I love that, David. David said, man, I can't afford to spare a piece of my mind. Hey, you know what? You know how profound that is, man. Because by the time you start with the hardcore, and people get hardcore negative, like anger negative. I've been there. Listen, I've been there. Okay. It takes something from you, man. And it takes away your clarity, okay, to think things through. Or okay, I will tell you something, and we make jokes about this. There was a lady talking about someone had left like a property for a group, nonprofit organization. But the caveat is that the cat, as long as the cat's alive, the cat gets to, it's like the cat owns the property or whatever. They can't do nothing with it while the cat's alive. And so the guys now are like, man, I don't know, man, what we got to do to get rid of the cat? Guys are doing guy stuff. And the lady said, well, how about we just make the cat our mascot, and and we can make the cat the mascot, and then we can utilize the property while the cat's there because the cat's our mascot. And I was like, oh shit, that's a smart way to think, So the guys are like, chop, open the door, see if the cat runs out. They were joking. But what I'm saying is the difference in clarity and thinking is that when you're not losing your mind and anger and hate and all that stuff, because it happens, you can think clearer. You can think clearer. So that's why I say about being positive, man. It's not Pollyanna. It's not like we just have to see the roses and all that. It's not about that, man. It's about practicality. The same thing I say about the race relation stuff. It's like these guys are bogged down talking about this as if, and I'm like, you guys are not giving any solutions. All you're doing is complaining, right? And a lot of it is tribal, right? A lot of the way we act is tribal. It's the way it is, right? It's tribal. So even if, let's say it's a black guy, white guy, Hispanic guy, all of them are in the same tribe in some country, and they have the same tribal markings. They're tribal. They're gonna go based on the marking and say, listen, we're part of the same tribe, or we're part of the same clique. We're part of the same team. It doesn't matter what color they are because they see things in a tribal way. Other people now, the tribe will turn to colorism, all of a sudden. Then the other people, the tribal is language. We're all Hispanic. We all speak Spanish, so we're all part of the same thing. It's like, not really, because different islands like Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Mexico, they all have slightly different cultures and they don't really see each other the same way, but they can come together. It's tribal. That's all it is, man. So they get into this thing and I'm like, okay, what is that going to do for you right now? What is that anger and hatred that you're drumming up in people? What is that? How is that going to solve the problem? How is that going to solve the problem? And how is that going to prepare the kids? So when they now deal with the different people that's in America, how are they going to successfully engage with these people if they have all this hate that you taught them when they were little kids? They can't conduct business with these guys. They can't do a proper interview with these guys, whoever it is, right? Because they have this hate in the back of their brain that you put into them. And then they constantly, and then when there's something going on TV, rather than just saying, well, that guy committed a crime and he got caught for it, they go to, well, they wouldn't have handcuffed him so tight if he wasn't black. I'm like, oh my God, dude, lady, who do you work for, man? Who are you selling this to? Why are you doing this? This is, maybe he shouldn't have committed the crime. I don't care what color he is. Maybe he just shouldn't have committed the crime. It's silly, man. But anyway, that's just how I look at problem solving and stuff like that, guys. That stuff, just like it's not gonna benefit me to be bashing this machine for the next 10 hours. It's more beneficial to figure out the problem, solve it, move to the next thing. The same thing I look at a lot of our stuff. But somebody's making money from it, and that's why it's being perpetuated. Somebody makes money from the division. Somebody makes money from homelessness. Somebody makes money, like this guy. Holy cow, man. I had the story. Somebody from California. But I was debating a friend of mine online, and I just stopped. I even deleted the Facebook app. I was like, I don't like what this is doing to me. Because he couldn't understand. He was so stuck. And I was like, dude, look, man, homeless is a problem. Yes. But they've been putting billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars into the homeless problem, right? Why don't we figure out where the money's going? Because you're talking about putting more money into a situation that's already got billions of dollars allocated to it. And I'm saying to you that equating these two things doesn't work. And that's all I was saying. I wasn't trying to say that the homeless don't need to be helped. And now they just found a guy in California that they gave billions and billions of dollars to, that he's buying jets and, well, not buying jets. He's taking jet flights and and I'm like, that's what's happening to the money. That's where the money's going. It's like, that's where the money's going, man. If we really want to help our veterans, people on the street, maybe we need to vet these nonprofits a little bit better or something, man, because somebody's living large off of the taxpayers. Somebody's making money off the homeless. Somebody's making money off of racial division. Somebody's making money off of healthcare. That's in a way that it's not supposed to be used. Somebody is making money off this stuff. It's a marketplace, and we're just not using our heads. We're just not using our heads, man. We're just getting emotionally triggered by everything, Anyway, that's me ranting again. All right, so there's a suction question, and there's one more chat. Hey, deleting the whole app was a good. That's why I don't use Twitter X. It's just feeding echo chamber. Yeah, man, you're right. Guitar Jams. I started using stuff to kind of get a pulse of what's going on, what's happening, and stuff like that. I no longer I just no longer engage. I don't engage. So if I have, I have my family pages. I still, my businesses on Facebook. A lot of my family is on Facebook, especially overseas, stuff like that. And so, I'll go on, but I use a computer. So it's a lot more work. So it's too easy for me to just go man, can you believe? No, man. So it's too easy for me to do that. So I'm like, nah, I don't even want this app on my phone. Take it off. But I still have the business suite because I have, I still have the business. So I do it that way. And I still have Messenger. So, people send me a post, send me a text, whatever. But I don't, I'm not back and forth with these guys because it's like talking to a brick wall. It's like, man, we got to be able to have sense. We got to be able to communicate and reason. Even if you disagree with me, if you're so caught up that you can't like say, well, yeah, I see your point. I see your point. If you can't do that because you're so caught up and you're going to move to the next thing because, well, I lost that point, so let me move to the next thing. It's like, what are we doing? I don't got time to waste. So like David said, I don't have a piece of my mind to spare anymore. David, I love it. I don't have a piece of my mind to spare, man. It's a give and receive. What are you giving my mind? Are you giving my mind anything? Are you feeding me anything for me to be giving you a piece of mind? You're not giving me nothing back. You just take it out of my brain. By the time I'm done, I got a little piece of brain left. Oh, shite. All right. So now let's figure out what's going on here, folks. Let me answer this last question because it is about a Hoover, and that's what triggered this particular thing here. Okay. Yeah, man, there's echo chambers or something else. And look, you know what I like? I think it was you, Guitar Jams. You were talking about something that I think you saw it slightly different than I did, or somebody else was on here or something like that. And that's the idea. It's okay for us to be in an environment like this, and we see things slightly different. And you can say, well, have you saw it from this point of view? Say, well, and that's when there's good faith happening. Okay. But when you're caught in a web of lies or whatever, it's hard, man, for you to, and then you do that to the children, is even worse because now they're growing up with this belief system that will affect the rest of their life. Okay, so someone just dropped the bomb on that kid's brain and left him to figure out life with that bomb in his head. That either he's not worthy, he's not capable, he's whatever it is, whatever that issue is, you drop the bomb in this kid, and he's going through life with that nonsense in his head, and that's where I'm at. Okay, that's just where I'm coming from with it. It's not about I'm gonna kiss up to these people, or I hate these people. None of that stuff, man. It's just not practical. It's not practical, man. Okay? It doesn't solve nothing. It's not solving anything. It's not solving anything. The only thing that solves something is actually action that you do towards getting the thing done. That's it. That's it. All the other stuff is just blah. All right, so here we go. Here's a question a person asked me. And okay, so this is about the Hoover Power Scrub leaking. There's a leaking issue, and I explained about the leaking. I was showing the hack. If you notice, this kind of have the same setup as the Hoover Power Scrub. Okay, this is called the Steam Vac. Okay, the Hoover Steam Vac. Okay, and it has the same issue, but they made this better. This just for this model, that quick connect for the hose attachment, they made it better. Okay, so because this doesn't leak as much as the Power Scrub was leaking. I don't know what they did with that one. But this person is asking, so this temporary fix makes the pump obsolete, right? He said, what's the point of the pump in the first place? Okay, well, look, the pump is really to pump water through the hose. That was the point of the pump. All right, let me let this person know. Reply. See this video. Okay, cool. Okay. What time is it right now? It's fine. Okay, so that's the point of pump. Now, So it's like this. It's like if the stuff is leaking all over the place, they're not going to want to use a shampoo anymore. They're going to want to get rid of it. They're going to want to replace it. So now you don't have a shampoo. All I was doing with the hack is saying, listen, if this one thing is stopping you from having a shampoo, let's just bypass this one thing, because right now we can't really we can't find a dependable source for the pumps. So I gave them an answer, which is a hack, which is to bypass the pump and go straight to the main dispenser, and then you still have a shampoo. Because a lot of shampoos really some people don't even worry about the upholstery attachment. They just use it for the floor, so it's still a shampoo. So anyway, that's what the point was for that. I didn't want them to get me wrong on that, because someone else was upset that the hack eliminated the hose, and I was like, well, I'm trying to save your shampoo. I'm not trying to eliminate your hose. The fact of the matter is, if your shampoo is leaking all over the place, you don't really have a proper shampoo at this point. So you have a choice. You have three choices. You can continue leaking. Okay. You can no, you have four choices. You can continue leaking. Choice one. You can bypass the pump, the part that's leaking, and have a shampoo. Okay. You can replace it and buy another shampoo, or you could just complain about it. I'm just giving a practical solution that will allow you to at least have a carpet shampoo, and that's kind of how I also look at the whole cultural and racial and all the other stuff. Crap. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see we have a suction problem here. Let me try this. Let's pour some water on the counter. Where's my, you know what? Let me use this. Ugh! Let's use this. This has water in it. And let's see what the deal is. Okay, let's move this foam out the way. Let's see what the deal is. Okay. All right. All righty, folks. All right. Can I get sound effects on this? Can I get like a da-da, dun, 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 dun. Suspense. Let me see. I'm using the episound, the epidemic sound thing, and I'm like, sure, I can actually use these sounds. I'm already paying monthly for it, so let me see. Let me hear this one. What's this? I can't hear nothing. Do this again. What was that? No, I don't know. None of this. Suspense, worried. Let me hear. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try to see if this thing will suck up the water. Here we go. That's one more. That's one more. Let's see what happened. I think I know. I think I know what's going on. I think I know. It's not. I know what. It's not 100%. It's supposed to be shooting like. It's not supposed to be like flirting around. So, because I'm like, wait a minute, water's going in here, but it's supposed to be shooting this way. I know the difference. Let's explore. Let's see what the deal is. It's not 100%, but I know what's going on. Well, I mean, I know what I'm seeing is a problem. Yeah, it's not quite 100%. So let's see. All right, first things first. That's what we got. Hey, yeah, Hoover. You know what? Yeah, Hoover, Hoover's okay. Hoover's nice. I give credit to these guys, man. I don't want to bash these people too much because you design a product and the product works. So that's good. All right, let me see. All right, everything seems sealed off. You know what? I'm gonna use my gloves because I don't know what these people be shampooing with this vacuum. Let's see. Okay. So now I want you to think about it this way when it comes to vacuums and shampoos. Okay. Think about it this way. Vacuuming in a shampoo or suction is motor and seals, and that's it. Motor and seals. Spraying is tank, reservoir. Spraying is more complicated. Pumps, stuff like that, right? It can be clogs, etc., right? So if the motor sounds good, then most likely the motor is not the problem. You see what I'm saying? If the motor is grinding, then the motor might be the problem. So then you have to figure out, so the motor's good because really all the motor's job is to generate suction right now. Okay. And or spin because now the suction now can be used for other things. Like the suction will be used to turn the brush. The suction will be used to even power the pump for it to throw the water in. They can find a way to use a suction for that purpose also. All right, so a seal and suction. So now what I was doing, I was looking here to see if there was a break in any of these little rubber gaskets. I was checking to see if maybe this is clogged or anything, or this is not really a biggest issue, but I was checking to see it anyway. The next thing I'm gonna check, all right, is I'm gonna put this here, close this down properly. This was actually closed properly, so this is not the problem. Then I'm gonna go onto here, and there's a rubber gasket around this, so I'm just gonna check. Let's pull this up. Okay, let's do it again. I'm gonna check to see if the gasket. See that black gasket left? Shit, right here. So the gasket is on. All right. Well then, you can even go further. Okay. You can even go further and get like a piece of a business card or something like this. Turn it on and put it over it to see if the suction actually works, or just use your hand. You can see, all right, the suction is there. Right? So let me just plug it in, do this test. Okay. Suction. All right. So now, what's the next step? What's the next part that the suction is going to engage? So the tank seemed fine. The other thing to consider is this thing right here. This is something that let me show you. If I wanted to use the hose attachment, right? What I would end up doing is I would lift this up. Okay. You would lift this up. Now I think some people do it where they were able to like tilt it, but you could take this out because what you're going to end up doing is inserting the hose attachment here. Okay, so the suction can be diverted to the hose. Okay, so I checked this. This looks fine. So you can put this back in here. Okay, and then this is already sealed off. So when it closes, the suction is now diverted to the floor. Okay, all right. So the next step, I'm gonna check everything that has to do with the suction, right? The next step is going to be this guy right here. This guy right here. This guy might be the problem. I'm going to tell you why. The problem might be this guy. Watch this. Watch this. My job needs the SpongeBob 2 hourly. Clips. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, David. Hey, David, you know, you guys got good sense of humor. I like that. Yes. I think that's positive. You guys have good sense of humor, man. Here we go. Here we go. So watch this, right? So right here, there's a filter right here. See if you can see it. You should be able to see it. Let me just tilt it. You should be able to see it. Let me see. Can I see it? Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to bring you closer. Trying to bring you a little closer. Well, all right. That's good enough. You guys are fine. Take a look at what I found. Okay? Take a look at what I found. Where's my little needle nose? Where's my needle nose? I don't really need it. It's all right. I just wanted to kind of have a way to pick it up. You see this here? This is the clip that broke off from this. And guess where the air is escaping? The air is escaping here because what this is doing also, it's sharing the suction space, and this may not be the full thing. Because this is going to affect how the brush spins. This section here affects how the brush spins on the floor. This section right here, okay? But you want to keep this clean and keep debris away from here. Okay? You want to keep like this gunk out of the. It has a tiny little mesh, and what it's doing is you know what? Screw this. Let me see if I can turn it over. Let me see if I can turn it over. Let me see if I can turn it over, guys. I may have to go inside. All right, Scotty, let's go inside. Oh, hey, David, tell me if you know the lyrics to this. If you can finish this. In Guitar Jams, I'm assuming you're younger than us. So, okay, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I'm going to type it because if I say it, you're going to guess it right away. Okay? If I say it, you're going to guess it right away. Whoever pops in, right? I'm going to put it in the chat. All right. You're going to have to dig deep for that one. You got to dig deep for that one. All right. It was a jingle. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to give it away, but it was stuck in my head. And I was like, God damn, I hadn't seen this in forever. So anyway, let me turn this over and let me explore a little bit more real quick. We don't have to go, probably have to go that deep, but I know this is going to need to be cleaned. I know this, but I don't think that's the problem. Okay. Well, let's see. All right. Let's see. Ah! David, you know it, bro. That was it. Oh my God. I was like, wait, this thing is in my head. I used to watch, there was some shows I used to watch as a kid, you know. I watched Bionic Man, Bionic Woman, Dukes of Hazzard, right? West Side Story, okay. Like after school, we would go do our homework, and then there's some shows that would come on like every day after school, right? And on the weekends and stuff. Dukes of Hazzard, what's this? What's the other one with the girls in the diner? Oh my God. The girls with Flo in the diner. Oh my God, man. Flo, man. Eat my grits. I forgot the name of the show with Flo. And what else we would watch, man? My mom, I think she watched Dynasty, I think, and I remember Dynasty. There's a couple of shows from back in the day that we just consumed too much of, I guess. Different Strokes, I think I remember. But the Dukes of Hazzard was fun to watch, man. Those guys were that was fun to watch. Let me see, there was good. Now it was funny. Now that I look back on like Good Times, I'm like, damn, yeah, that was very. That was a conditioning show. That was a mental, cerebral conditioning show. It was weird, but when I look back on it, come on, Wayne, get this out of here already. Okay, I'm just trying to release this brush from here real quick. I don't have to for what I need, so yeah, I'll leave it alone. I don't have to. I don't have to release it. I'm gonna take the 2 screws out of here. Let me see if there's any on the side. I just want to see something underneath. It may not affect what I need, but I still want to see something anyway. It's not gonna affect really, truly what I need to do. But I prefer to do the whole thing and kind of get a whole full picture of what I'm looking at before I just drum it up as it's done. But you're right, man. Those echo chambers can do that to you. But when you apply logic, even within the echo chamber, if you apply logic to it and you stretch it out, because these guys know it's like they know what their audience want, and what they want is your attention, right? And if they know what you want, they're going to give you what you want. It's like going to a circus, it's like going to a show, That's what used to like bug me with movies. I'm like, dude, if you guys know what we want, why are you giving us this crap? But that goes when they go from, giving what you want and trying to condition you to want something. That's a big difference. You're taking a different role now that it's like now you figured out how to affect me emotionally. You're trying to lead me down a road, right? And I'm like, and the public is resisting it. The public's like, nah, dude. There's a few things I let you lead me down the road on, but this is one of the things you're messing with my superheroes, or you're messing with my my pastime, my show. You're messing with my Super Bowl or whatever it is. It's like, nah, we let you get away with a couple of things, but this one is no. So the movies, they suffer because it's not like they're giving you what you want. They're giving you something to lead you somewhere. You could tell. They're not even good salesmen. It's like you don't even like me enough to properly sell me. You're like giving me a lazy sales job to try to, it's like, nah, dude, this is not working. This is not working. No, nope. It's like, you guys don't care enough to even try, huh? It's like, all right, I guess you don't want our money. So here we go. So this thing right here, where this filter is right here, it interacts with this fan that spins around, and this fan spins around and turns a gear, 2 or 3 gears, and that turns the brush that's plugged into this part of the gear. This is a gear right here also. So when there's suction, this suction is being shared with this piece right here. This is being shared with this. Okay? And when it can pull air in, the more air it pulls in, the faster this spins. Okay? And that's how this works when it comes to this. All right? But when it comes to suction, the seal is what I was looking for. The seal is there. Okay? I may have to, honestly, I may have to put this thing on the carpet and pour the water on the carpet or something and see. You know what I need to also check, man? Make sure this damn thing is even spraying properly. Let me do that. Because maybe the reason why she's not getting suction is because it's not spraying. How's that? How's that? You know, it's like a guy. Maybe the reason why you're not getting the job is because of how you're showing up at the job. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that could be it too. Maybe it's the attitude. Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's something else. Something even more obvious. Let me squeeze this trigger and see if the water comes out real quick, guys. I don't need the brush to spin or nothing like that. I just want to see if the water drips out. Okay? I don't even think, do I even have to turn the machine on? I don't think so. No, the water's coming out. The water's coming out. Look, squeeze the trigger. The water's coming out. All right, that's not the problem. Okay. All right, let's hook it back up. I don't see nothing out of its way right now. Let's hook it back up, guys. And listen, thank you, Guitar Jazz. Man, you gave me something else with that one. Let me see. These shows are before my time. Yes, they are. But I've seen clips of them and can see the love in the craft. Yes. Yes. Yeah, how they contrast with shows today. Beautiful. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, man. So what's going to happen is, think about the kids that are made today, right? This is all they're going to know. And they're just going to gobble up the crap that they put out there. It's honestly, it is the attention economy now, right? It is what it is, right? We went through, I guess the agricultural, industrial, what was it? The tech, whatever, right? Computer information economy, etc. Right now it's attention. And I don't know, man. If the fact that you can contrast this guitar, you're among the privileged few that even can stomach watching some older stuff, because honestly, even Sam, my wife, she don't even like watching old movies. And I'm like, Sam, come on, let's check out this, man. It's a good one. It's a good one. And she look at it, it's like, when was this? 1980s. No, I don't want to see that. So she don't even want to see the old movies. I'm the one that I kept at her, and I was persistent, and she would watch an old movie with me now, but the old ones now make you see that, wow, man, you guys stop caring. You stop caring. And even the news, you guys stop, you stop caring. And I don't know if the politicians ever cared. Maybe they did. There's a few of them that did, I guess. But I prefer that if I know your intentions, or I know your I can deal with the negatives if I know where you're really coming from. If I don't know where you're coming from, it's like having a friend. You have a friend that you at least you know their shortcomings, so you say, okay, I could deal with their shortcomings, right? But if I don't know where you're coming from, if you're always sly and slick and your method is just deception, then I can't deal with you. I can't rock with you because I don't really know where you're coming from. So I don't even know what's your worst case scenario. I don't know your worst case because I don't know where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? So so let's say you're dealing with and not to be too controversial right now with that, but let's say you're dealing with the Trump or something like that. I know a salesperson. I know the sales pitch. I can tell when there's a close coming on. I can tell the jokes, and I realize that these guys don't get the jokes. They don't get it. So I'm like, okay. So when they go on and say, "Can you believe he said this?" and I'm like, dude, you guys are stupid, man. Are you kidding me? You can't tell when someone is closing, when someone is complimenting someone in a joke. That's a joke. So why are you going to make a big deal out of something that's not a big deal? Because when a big deal needs to be made, I don't believe you now. I can't rely on you when it's actually a big deal. You're gonna try to make this a stupid statement, and you're gonna clip it. And now it's just, and now I look at the whole statement. I'm like, what the hell, man? Why would you do that? Whatever points you think it gained you lost me because that was stupid. You didn't need to do that for this stupid thing. Do it like for the real thing. Then I can listen to you for real, and I can purposely now say, wow, I need to listen to this guy, what he's saying about this thing, because he don't mess around. That's what I'm talking about. It's like these guys are they're clueless, or it's working. That could be it too. Whatever, like they were talking about this girl, Jasmine Crockett, right? And how she, put on this whole ghetto girl persona. And then you watch these old videos and you're looking at her and it's like, okay, either she was faking it then or she's faking it now. Which one is it? So what's the likelihood that she was faking it then? Well, she went to a private school. She grew up there, middle-class family. Okay, so maybe she wasn't that person back then. Maybe she's faking it now. I can't buy you because you're full of shit. So I don't care if you're black or not. Who you think you're talking to, man? Like, who's buying you? I unfortunately, a bunch of people are buying the crap. And it's like, okay, so what good do you have to say? What good are you bringing the public? What good are you bringing the public? All you're bringing the public is and this and that. I'm like, so you're not bringing nothing good to the public. You're just yapping like negative stuff, and you're building this negative stereotype, and you're continuing it. And it's like, people like you, I'll be honest with you, I'm glad you're successful, you're doing your thing. Hey, more praises to you, but you're not good. You're not good for my kids. That's how I look at it. Okay, so David, I'm old enough to remember when my doctor smoking cigarettes were given exam. Wow, my doctor smoking cigarettes from when given it. Oh yes, damn, David, I remember watching the Oh my God, David, that's slightly before. I remember watching, oh my God, just the other day, it was a show talking about the past. Oh my God. Mad Men. I love that show, man, because at the time, I was like, I was like, you know what? Because we used to play. Remember, we would play. I remember hitting the streets with my friends, going to the park. I called my mom first, hey, guys, I'm going to, can I go to the park? I'm going to the park. And then I come home later on. I don't know if I wouldn't say it was less dangerous then. It's just that it was just the way we did it. We just grew up different, man. We really did. We grew up different. And the influence was less because the influence was just your neighborhood and a little bit of TV. And the TV wasn't like putting stuff in your face. It wasn't like in your face type stuff, right? That's why I said they're lazy, because the guys back in the day, they dropped subtle things. If they wanted to talk about, I don't know, something, it was subtle, Now it's just in your face. And it's like, guys, man, come on, man. You should have warned me for that one. My kid is right here. What the hell? I didn't need to see all this. God, I didn't need to see all that, man. 2 minutes in this damn show. What the hell, bro? Yes, and I thought he liked my mom's shoes. Oh my God. I got older. And now I think it was mini skirt. Oh man, hey, that's how it goes. Anyway, guys, I know I've been gaffing here. That's right. That's right. Now you can look back on it, right? Oh, shoot. Yes, sir. I remember the doctors. Listen, man. People, I think at one time, didn't they smoke in airplanes at one time? Or am I just imagining things? You know, a lot of things change, man. But some things for the good, and some things are just like we overcorrected, and it just made it worse, you know. And I guess that's living. That's that's living, man. Sometimes we just overcorrect, and that's why there's some things is just not a good idea. It's not a good idea right now. I don't know why they're pushing it, but this whole racial shit, we were so past this, guys. And anything would have just naturally just evolved naturally. It would have just naturally. Nothing needed to be forced. But for some reason, they force it. And now, when they realize that, oh, okay, everything is normalized, and they just went hard again. I'm like, from where, man? Like the whole thing with the movies I was telling you guys before, when they were saying about men don't like women in lead roles or some nonsense like that. And I was like, since when? What are you talking about, man? I grew up watching Charlie's Angels, man. I was watching Aliens. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was watching Wonder Woman. Dude, David, remember Wonder Woman? Remember what's it? Linda, is it Linda Carter? Is it Linda Carter? You remember Wonder Woman, bro? Man, I used to love seeing Wonder Woman spin around with her little tight. Oh shoot, man. I'm like, where are you guys getting this from? Who are you getting this from? This is nonsense. No, none of us had a problem seeing women kick butt in movies and being a lead. I mean, what are you guys talking about? What echo chamber are you from that you thought that we had a problem with that? And so then it was like a whole push where we need to see women in roles. It's like, dude, we are already. What are you talking about, man? That's why I was like, so it's like, what are you pushing? You guys are clueless. You obviously don't understand your audience, because we were consuming this stuff all this time with no problems, and now all of a sudden there's a problem out of nowhere. The racial tension is like out of nowhere. All of a sudden it got drummed up. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Why? Who's benefiting from this? Who's making money from doing this shit? Because you're not helping us. This is not helping us in our development, right? I don't know what they were doing, David. Dude, when I grew up in New York, most of my friends were either Puerto Rican, Dominican, Colombian, Jamaican. I had a few. Some of my friends now, they're still African American. I had some white friends. Had this girl that I liked, and I blew my little chance to get a little kiss from this girl. I was like, up to this day, I still remember that shit. I was like, damn, man, damn. She took me into the building, in the downstairs, and she like stood there and like waiting for me to, I just didn't know what to do. I was like, now when you look back, I'm like, damn. I could have had my little first little pecker kiss, and I blew it. This cute girl on our block, but we all live right together, man. And all of a sudden, they're trying to create this whole new narrative about race relations, and I'm like, guys, I don't know what you guys are doing or who's benefiting from this, but this is not real. And I could totally understand some place in Middle America where they don't have a lot of different races. You know, when I say race, human race, but you know what I'm talking about, different cultural, ethnic, whatever. I told you, you get it. You get why it would be slow for them to you know, buy into someone, right? So everything is not just that negative shit, man. Sometimes it's just human nature, and you just have to. People have to get to know you before they really kind of like you. And if you're not focusing on learning how to romance people and how to talk to them and how to get to know them, if you're not focusing on that, and if you were taught hate since a kid, guess what happens when that kid meets that guy? He don't even know how to say hi properly. He don't know how to talk and just be free and let it happen and see what happens and see how we disconnect. He already has a preconceived negative notion about this person. He's already coming up with a whole bunch of narratives in his head as to what they're going to say and how they're looking at him. And it's like you're interfering with this young kid's opportunity to grow up and be functional and be able to properly sell. Because that's what all this stuff is. You know, it's a marketplace. We're in a marketplace, and everything we're selling ideas. We're selling concepts. We're selling ourselves. People are buying businesses. They're buying products. It is a marketplace at the end of the day. Okay, and you're not teaching these kids how to sell themselves, or how to read the room. You know, and it's a shame, man. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. A whole generation of kids are gonna just be clueless. And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna blame it. Oh, it's racism. It's this, is that. And with no fix. With no fix. Because if your only fix is if these people can only stop, if they'll only, and that's not a fix, man. If these people will only do this, if they stop doing it. What the hell are you talking about, man? How is that fixing your problem? I'm sorry I'm ranting today, guys. I just had a lot in my head, I guess. I got a lot in my head, man. Missed my first experience, too. I didn't know why she wanted to go for a walk at night. Oh, David, man. Listen, man. It's what it is, bro. It's what... Oh, my God. Isn't that truth, man? I'm trying to clean all this stuff out. I figure if I clean it all out, I can figure out what's going on. But David, yeah, man. I don't even know if we, you know, and that's the innocence of it, man. You know, yesterday I was driving home and I saw this little kid and a bunch of little kids, Hispanic kids, right? And they were friendly, man. They were like, yeah, it was just waving at me. But it's like this kid could have been 12, maybe. Had a little girlfriend on his arm. He was like this. Right, with a bunch of kids over next to him, and he'd go lean over and give her a little kiss, and I was like, "Damn, dude! Holy cow, dude! A little young kid. I mean, I'm talking a little, well, you know, a little dude, and he was, you know, and he's just waving at me, and I beeped at him and waved back at him and everything, and he's there kissing his little girl pecker. I'm like, damn, man, I hope that's all as far as they take it right now." But he learned early, boy. He was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna miss my opportunity. So listen, guys, I'm gonna see. I may have to order another one of these for this machine here, and but I think because this will be a problem if it isn't one now. I mean, obviously you could probably just tape it up or something, but yeah. So now let's try this again. I'm gonna take this over to the carpet. I didn't really do nothing different. All I did was kind of clean stuff out. Let me see something here. There's some crud. You know, you never know. Something can also mess up your seal if you don't clean your stuff properly. Your seals can be messed up too, and that can cause a leak in suction. You know. Everyone is not for everybody, guys. But I'm just thankful that you guys even hang out with me for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? I appreciate it. You know, everyone don't fit in everywhere, and you don't need everyone to be like you. Guitar Jams was right about the echo chamber, because guess what you don't get in your echo chamber? You don't get challenged. You don't get any alternative idea to say, well, have you considered it from this point of view? Is it possible that we can see it through this lens, right? Or someone just saying, well, I'm not sure yet. Because a lot of the times we assume the intent, and I can do that too. Well, that's why I say, like, listen, when I say someone is making money from it, I don't know who. So I'm not going to say this person said this because of that, right? I don't know. It just feels like, and my common sense tell me that you're pushing something for some reason, because what you're telling me don't make sense. Okay. And what you're saying is not helping, right? I have enough sense to see that what you're doing is not helping. You know, what you're doing is not helping. Or what you're doing is you're drumming up fear or anger or whatever. All right. So let's say you did that. How does it serve us though? Because let's say fear might serve us in something, all right? Fear says we need better security. Okay. All right. Okay. We get better security. But if it doesn't serve us, then why? What's the solution? And they never give a solution. It's always, well, they got to do that. So what's your solution then? And it's like, what are we doing? You know, David, let me see. Guitar jams. We didn't have to learn tools. You know what? Yeah, we didn't, man. We didn't. Who's making money from Linda Carter? That's right, man. The news anchor smoked on camera back then. Wow. Man, would you guys say that it was probably more honest? You know, I mean, everything was always a sleight of hand, right? Politics was always politics, right? But would you say that things were at least more honest further back we went? You know, at least it feels like it was more honest. It just feels like a lot of deception, man. It don't feel like and then the person that's being honest, or the people that speaks honest, we call it racism and sexism and misogyny. We call them all these other crazy names, and it's like, nah, that just sounds like basic common sense. Why is that racist? You know, why is that misogynist? Why is that why would you call it that? All I'm saying is that this particular thing that was done is not right. Why saying that it's not right is racist? Why are you going to call me I hate my race kind of thing? Why would you say that? Do I have to sign off on everything that this guy does just because he's black, or just because it's a male, or just because it's a woman? Do I have to sign off? Why, man? If it's stupid, it's stupid. If it's not right, it's not right. If it's hurtful, it's hurtful. If it's whatever, it's just like, it's so silly, man. So that's why I have these beliefs. It doesn't. It's like, you guys are silly, bro. And I can see why people just stay away from this stuff, because it's like, it's not productive. But when it seeps into your house, when it seeps into your kids, and you hear your kids speaking, that's when I took it. That's when I got intense about it. Before then, I was taught, don't talk about sex, politics, or religion, because it was always about sales. And my growing up was sales. So when we went to customers, we didn't talk about those things, because they may be very intense on something. And we never even paid attention to the stuff anyway, because we were too busy working. So I never had any opinion about politics anyway. So I never talked about it. So really, I just had to not talk about religion or sex. And that was it. I would just like change the subject or whatever. Then it became where now it's going into the kids. I don't think my mom even had that fear. My dad, they never had that fear of me being influenced by television to the extent that we are now, with the apps and the internet, and the way people are just like in your face and want you to believe what they believe. And if you don't, they'll disown you. And it's like, wow, man, this is intense. What are they doing? This is crazy. So since then I said, man, look, it's not going to be said that I didn't speak up against this crap. I'm not going to be in my older age saying that, man, my grandkids are all crazy and, No, they're gonna know what grandpa felt if I have grandkids. They're gonna know how I felt about it. They're gonna be able to read and look back at any of my content or anything that I wrote and say, at least we know how our grandfather felt about this stuff. Yeah, your dad felt that way. It's not going to be like kept it inside, and it's not going to be because I just I just like complained to my wife or something like that. So I just made a decision. That's all it was. And but my kids, I just didn't want them to grow up ignorant, okay, and then pass that on to grandkids, okay. That's all. Because this somebody's playing us, right? We're getting played. And I'm like, well, damn it, man. Well, I want to know what the hell you're doing. That's all. You get what I'm saying? So no, not everyone's gonna pass through, is gonna watch. Not everyone's gonna be into what I talk about. But I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me, and we'll grow together, man. That's all. I appreciate it. I think I got the best. I have the best chat. It's just a couple of guys that come in once in a while, but man, I appreciate you guys, man. Just know that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna take this over to the floor. I'll just have to turn the camera around, and we're gonna give it a crack and see what. David, I'm gonna show you. I have the damn box over there with the parts in it. I'm gonna show you what I have to ship back today. And let's see if the suction come up a lot faster than it did earlier. Okay, so give me a mini second. Let me go and put on my whole music while I go and set this up. Okay, I don't know what this is. What is this? Electrolytes? Let it run. All right, guys, give me a second. Okay. All right, let me see if you can you see it? Oh my God, let me see if you can see it. Okay. How's that? Let me see. Yeah, you can see this right here. Okay, you can see it. All right, guys. So, yeah, David, this is the box, bro. This is what I end up buying, and it was the total wrong part for this damn thing. I gotta ship these back. Okay, so let me get this water. Oh shit, I don't have enough. Did I put some in here? All right, let me try to spray it and suck it up, okay? Yeah! It's working! Tender loving care, guys. That's all it was. They just need a little tender loving care. That's it. That's it. They just need a little tender loving care. How was that? Let me see. I'm still trying to remember that show with the ladies, guys. Let me turn this off. The ladies in the diner. It's not One Life to Live. Wasn't One Life to Live a soap opera? Oh my God. The lady with the diner. Have a good day, man. Gotta get going. All right. Have a great rest of your day. All right, Guitar Jams. Thanks, man. Is it Mel's Diner? With is it Flo with Flo, right? Yeah, Mel's Diner. I think it is Mel's Diner. Is that the show though? Is it called Mel's Diner? Is it's called Mel's Diner, or is that the diner that was? Shit, is it called Mel's Diner? There was another show alongside it that came right after it. With sisters. All in is it not All in the Family, man. That's with Archie Bunker. Oh my God. Is it? It might be. I guess so. I guess it's Mel's Diner. Shoot, I still remember Laverne and Shirley, and Happy Days with the Fonz, man. Just boom. All right, I got one more thing I'm gonna dive into, and then I'm gonna cut it off, guys. And I'll just work. You know, I mean, if you guys are here still, that's fine. I'm just gonna work while I'm on camera, and just keep it going. Now, this is a shark, and the motor is acting like a booger wooger. And I think it may just need a new motor, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I think it just needs a new motor. And at this point with these machines, you probably just need a new machine. Wow, the pieces coming out of the back of this thing. Something is burning. Let me see. Alice. That was the name of the show. Alice. Yes. Thank you, man. It was Alice. And Mel's Diner is where she worked. And Flo was also in Mel's Diner. Yes. It was, gosh, you had that, oh my God. There's a show with some sisters, man. I know Three's Company. That's not the one I'm thinking about. It's a show with some sisters. Oh my God. Lives. All lives. Nah, it's not All in the Family. It was God. She was a brunette. I remember the star of the show. The girl was a brunette. Damn it, man! I hate when I can't remember it, but it's okay. I'll figure it out someday. But yeah, nah, man. We had those shows were good. And you know, who knows? Maybe they had their own issues that we just didn't pick up because we were kids. Maybe they had their own issues, but I think they were focused on comedy more than trying to squeeze some cultural message thing in it, and we enjoyed it as a result. So I'm gonna take this apart. I gotta see what's happening with this thing. I don't think I need to go into here right now, and I may have to go in through the top. But I think this motor just needs to be replaced. I'll be honest with you. I think this motor just needs to be replaced, man. Yeah. These also have security screws, but I am prepared today. I'm prepared. I think I need one just slightly bigger than this. I'm prepared today, guys. Oh, I guess this is the one. I didn't want to strip it. It didn't feel right. Yeah, this is. What is this? It's a T10. Let me go to T15. Hey, Sam. Hey. Oh, wow. Okay. How far are you away? Okay. Yeah, I'm hanging out with David right now. No, I'm working. All right, I'll talk to you later. Imagine that, David. My wife knows who you are, man. Hey, man, it's a small channel, man. Small, intimate channel where we actually know each other and we see when each other comes on, and that's how it is. I'm cool with that. I'm all right with that, man. I'm okay with that. Hell yeah. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna pop this out of here. You know, I've never replaced one of these motors for the Sharks. The Shark. I replaced other motors for stick vacuums before, but I've only like replaced the cords and stuff like that. Let me see something. My son just told me he made a molding class. That's cool. He made a molding class. That's all right, man. I'm looking for something I sent to myself. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about, guys. Hold on. Let me see something. This is what I was talking about. Remember I was telling you that remember I was telling you that I had a debate on with a friend of mine that we were talking about, and I was like, how do you not realize that? How do you not factor into your thinking? It's like you just have such a, it's like, I hate this administration thing so much that you're not like, we can't come to terms with nothing. We can't like agree right now, right? That we need to manage the money that we're sending to all of these organizations that are supposed to be solving this homeless crisis. And the homeless crisis has just gone up more and more and more over the last 20 years. And we put in all of these billions and billions of dollars that something is not working. So just because someone have a different strategy, you're bashing it. I was like, yeah, okay, I got it, but I got what you're saying. Maybe this is not the absolute way to do it or whatever. But the way we've been doing it is not working, and the way we're continuing to do it right now is not working, and the money is being wasted. Can you agree? No. I was like, what do you mean? You can't even. That's weird, right? So I was watching this, and let me see if I can play it while I'm trying to open this motor.
Crisis DOJ accuses real estate developers of $50 million funding fraud. I mean, fraud would never happen in California, but let's read it. I mean, this is especially when it comes down to homeless stuff.
I don't know if you can hear it, guys.
We're all very honest about it. As part of a special federal task force investigating where a staggering $24 billion designated for homelessness in California has ended up, Department of Justice has revealed initial findings on Thursday announcing new criminal cases against two LA area real estate developers who the federal government says misused roughly $50 million in a combination of federal, state, and local dollars earmarked for homelessness. This is not a victimless crime, said Akil Davis, FBI LA Assistant Director in charge, as the millions of dollars lost could have been used for housing for the homeless or other local priorities funded by California taxpayers. Cody Holmes, 31 years old, Beverly Hills, was arrested and charged with federal felony fraud Thursday morning for allegedly receiving $25.9 million in grant money intended for a homeless housing project that was never built. Is this it, Rob?
Yes, this is the Attorney General for the state of California discussing the charge.
Go for it.
California has spent more than $24 billion over the last 5 years with little to no progress in solving our homelessness epidemic. California state officials failed to provide meaningful oversight over the individuals who received most of these funds, and they had little to no answers to the public's demand for accountability. Well, that accountability starts today. Today, we are announcing significant developments into our investigation. We're making public 2 criminal cases relating to 2 separate real estate developers who were involved in misappropriating millions of state funds intended to combat homelessness. The investigations that led to the Holmes arrest and Taylor indictment are just the beginning. We will continue to go where the evidence takes us. This also includes public officials who may have enriched themselves at taxpayers' expenses, contributing to the fraud that we're seeing. We're looking at everything. If you steal money or allow it to be stolen, we will find you and we will prosecute you.
Okay, Tom, thoughts?
So this is when the government gets involved in things it doesn't know how to do. The state of California doesn't know how to build a rail. The state of California is.
I'll tell Sam you said hi, man.
Millions of dollars that have only gone for, our architectural design and early studies on the rail. And there's no high-speed rail between Southern and Northern California. And these guys received grant money because the state said, oh my God.
Listen. When they were looking at where the money was being spent and to find out that money was going to all these crazy places, and these guys were up in awe, like, oh my God, you're going to touch the money. At one point, you're going to have to be like, damn. Something is a little fishy here, guys. Were you so pissed off that we're stopping fraud? What's causing this uproar? I gotta go to the top, I think, to get this. Yep, I do. I'm gonna have to go to the top. I've never worked in a motor, guys, so this is my first time going into the motor of this shark. And I know the motor's messed up. I can hear the sound. Some black stuff came out the back. Look at that. But yeah, man, how do you think about the brass cojones you got to have to steal $20-something million? Holy cow. I mean, that's brass ones, man. That's shite. Like, dude. And you don't think they were gonna catch you? And you're buying all this. You're buying all this stuff. You're going and doing all these fancy things, and you're not solving the problem. I mean, you don't. Damn, what the hell? Wow, this thing. I think this is done. I don't even think they sell motors for this stuff. All right. Guys, I think I'm gonna have to go. I have a company. Coming in. All right. Well, folks, thanks for hanging out with me today. And I will continue to do what I do. All right. Some days I don't rant. Some days I just fix stuff. And some days I go off on it because this stuff is so in your face. It's like, come on, man. What are we doing? So if you want more, come back. I'll be here as I try to fix these. And yeah, just trying to get a feel of how to get to this motor. Because I've never been into I never opened up the motor. So that's a lesson for me today. I'm gonna figure this out. So I took the screws from the top. Okay. I took off the cover. This is normally how I would get to the cord. Took off the cover here. There were 2 screws that was holding this part of the motor case in the back. I don't see a screw that's holding this down in here. but it's tight. It's not moving out of this spot. So I don't want to yank it. Let me do a tight little thing. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go, guys. It looked like I'm gonna have to go help them bring these machines in here. All right. David, I'm gonna tell Sam you said hi. And I'm gonna take my time and try to open this thing without breaking it. Okay, folks, peace. Thank you, man. I try, bro. I try. And hey, I'll see you guys. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. Hey, you know what? Say something good to somebody today. Be a blessing to somebody today. Whether it's, I don't know. Buy somebody lunch, buy someone coffee, just give them hey man, you're doing a good job. Something. Because you never know that people just don't get it. Some people don't get it. They don't get that kind of, they don't get a compliment. They don't get, they don't get it. And it's okay. It's if you're stronger, if you can kind of carry yourself, of course. But sometimes some people need a little, you can do this. Sometimes. All right. I'll see you guys later. Stay positive.